Live. We're good. Welcome back, everyone, to the Wrestling Rundown. I'm Steven alongside my co-host Cherno. How we doing today, Cherno? We good?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, we're WWE has been on fire lately. Wow, last night was probably one of the biggest, Raws in a while. Just off that ending, it,
Shocker.
it was going to go from let's go another plain segment of the Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Brock Reed beating everyone up like usual, and they finally changed it. Triple H finally made the move. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to also be recapping Crown Jewel, things we like, things we didn't like, what's going to happen in the next PLE. But before we start that, Cherno has an announcement for us on WIUR.
All right. WIUR Sports are back again on Wednesday night as women's soccer heads to Connecticut to play Sacred Heart in a crucial MAC showdown. Full match coverage begins 6 p.m. on WIUR Sports on Mixlr. Iona's MSC department is hosting a women's in sports panel on Wednesday, October 22nd from 12:30 to 1:30 in the Henry Lecture Hall, located in the LaPenta School of Business. The panel will feature 5 talented individuals in the field of sports media coming from brands such as CBS Sports, Lookalike Productions, and the USCA. Come see and learn how women are shaping the sports media field and connect with professionals in the field. On October 22nd, I repeat, on October 22nd, from 12:30 to 1:30 at the Henry Lecture Hall.
Yeah, shout out women's soccer. I mean, Sacred Heart and Iona always put on a good battle, so that'll be a good game. But thank you for that announcement, Cherno. Let's get back into it. Again, Raw was an absolute banger. Finally, I've been waiting for this. Now, I don't think Triple H did this on purpose. I heard the rumors are Seth is injured from the Crown Jewel match against Cody Rhodes. He beat Cody Rhodes. Do you like it?
If Seth is not injured, I don't like it. If Seth is injured, then yes, this is the right thing to do. Just to probably salvage this storyline a little bit. But originally when I first saw it, even me, I was one of those people. I was shocked, but I was like, why? This makes no sense. But then I've seen the rumors with Seth's injury and things like that. And now they just fast track the Braun Breaker's rise, which I love.
Yeah, no, it goes off of, I love Braun Breaker's finally getting that push. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. That's something that we really needed. We've been waiting for.
Yep.
And I do believe it is the injury. Now, what if there's a chance it's just been, this is part of the storyline. Yeah. I think that's very possible.
It can be.
Because you never know with this company now. Now I can't now. We used to be able to predict everything. And now it's going off of, you kind of can't.
Yeah, you just basically whatever script you have, just rip it up and throw it away.
Yeah, no, literally. So, but I do like it because I needed some change. Now, is this the right change instead of just Seth losing the title? I don't know, because if this was I was getting a little bored of them. They still are my favorite faction in the WWE right now because I love both Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins is fantastic. But it was getting very repetitive. Also, does this now change the whole War Games dynamic?
Of course it does, because now it's just, what are you going to do now? Braun Breaker takes the lead now. Is are they going to add a new member? And what's going to happen with the title now? Because Seth is, if he's possibly hurt, he can't wrestle. So what's going to happen to the title now?
Well, I think, so on Raw, in the main event, it was CM Punk versus LA Knight versus Jey Uso. CM Punk won. I think that they're just going to have a match. Rollins is just going to fight through his injury like he usually does, and Punk is just going to defeat him. But I don't know, when is that match supposed to happen?
I think probably Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, right? That's in a few weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah. So that's just, I think that's what's going to happen because they were going into it. They knew that Seth got hurt. So I think that's just the plan. And Seth is just going to be upset, and he's by himself. Now, if he's not hurt, what happens with him and Roman Reigns? Because this is the first time in a long time where they are both by themselves.
Yeah, and I think that was the WrestleMania match that was leading to those two between Roman and Seth. I think that's what they built up. Because remember, Roman was just feuding with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
He never interacted with Seth throughout this whole run.
No.
So, and that's why I think it was like the slow burn to that build up to with him and Seth at Mania, and now with Seth hurt, that puts a wrench in that plan. So now, what's Roman gonna do now? Probably face Braun Breaker or I was gonna say Bronson Reed, but I'm like, nah, I'm all good on that.
Feud. Yeah, no, it's not like they were bad.
It wasn't bad.
Like the match is good, but let's be honest.
Course. It's ran its course.
Besides that, Roman Reigns is the biggest guy in WWE.
Yeah,
we could have both agreed with that. Or right, like if you want to say Cody Rhodes, say Cody Rhodes. That's fine. Bronson Reed is not big enough to be consistently versing Roman Reigns.
And also he's not.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker's the future.
Is the future more on Bronson Reed? Not discredit Bronson Reed. He's fantastic, but there's a difference, and it gets to a point. And I feel like that triple threat wasn't supposed to really happen, or I don't think Punk was supposed to win. I think it might have been Jey Uso that won, or LA Knight, and Rollins is going to beat him in a certain way. Maybe reveal the fourth member of an Austin Theory or whatever, something like that. But I think they had to pivot, and they're like, all right, we'll just have CM Punk champ. He'll feud with this, and they'll substitute someone. Now, does Brock Lesnar get involved?
Maybe if they're going to do a War Games, probably as a favor to Heyman. Maybe, but that's like, I don't think Brock joins the group. I don't think Brock is needed for that right now.
But it could be the same thing as Drew McIntyre when he was subbed in.
Into the group?
No, when he was with the, or whatever, in War Games.
Oh, with Judgment Day.
Yeah. It could be the same thing like that, just a sub in.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Or like a favor.
I thought you were talking about him joining the group.
Yeah, or he joins the group.
If Brock Lesnar at this point, he doesn't need to be in the group because then he would need to show up consistently throughout. And I think Braun Breaker finally made that jump now. I think he's the big dog now. And
Braun Breaker is going to be the guy talking a lot. I think Paul Heyman will be taking a lot more of the talking.
Obviously, Heyman was taking the talking anyway.
Yeah.
But Braun can finally take that next step as a start. And I think him and Punk should be facing each other. If Seth is not able to wrestle for the title, they should do Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and just put the title on Braun.
Braun getting the title already?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Over LA Knight? That kind of pisses me off, not gonna lie.
LA Knight could get, to be honest, LA Knight needs something else. And I think it's a heel turn.
I agree.
LA Knight's heel face run has run its course because there's nothing you can do. And there's only a certain few spots because when you name the top 5 baby faces in WWE right now.
Top 5 baby faces: Cody, Roman, Cena, Jey Uso, and then the 5th is between Sammy and LA Knight.
You forgot one more.
Who
CM Punk.
I'm sorry, I can't believe I forgot CM Punk. And CM Punk. Yeah.
And then you could put Randy Orton in there too.
And Randy Orton. Wow, yeah, there's too many faces right now.
What's the top 5 heels right now?
Seth, Drew. Are we counting? I mean, I guess is Braun Breaker as a top 5 heel?
But he's a heater though. I'm talking about
a heel,
like the main guy. There's only like 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah,
that's why I said LA Knight needs to.
MFT. I like the solo stuff.
I like
that started to that catch me back.
That was a great way to re-debut the MFT.
Way better. That's what they should have done in the beginning. Yeah, we'll get more into that.
Yeah,
but you're right. There's not that many heels. Kind of needs to split it up, but it's looking like Jey Uso might be that heel or Jimmy.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's more like something that they probably.
So you think the next person to turn heel out of the top 8 faces we named is going to be LA Knight?
LA Knight.
Oh, not should be. You think Triple H will do that?
It should be him, but I think Triple H is going
to. And I think he would be a way better heel.
Yeah.
Because it was very similar. I think, again, like we compare his mic skills to like, The Rock and Stone Cold. Obviously, he's not as good, but he has the same phrases and things like that and the attitude. And Rock said it the best on his that when he had that TV show, that documentary or whatever. I think it was a TV show, like about his life. You know what I'm talking about?
Young Rock?
Yeah. He talked about that in Young Rock on like when he was a heel, when he got confirmed to be a heel, you get a lot more mic time.
Yeah.
And you get a lot more of you could do what you want. And I think LA Knight on the mic will be way better. He
Of
could still
course.
go, yeah, or whatever. Or maybe he's like the anti, like when Daniel Bryan
When he stopped
was
doing
like, no,
yes.
yes. When he was like,
Yeah.
no. You could do something like that with LA Knight. I feel like I love it. I don't know what's going to happen in that route. Hell, they might just pull the trigger on Orton.
With that, but that's for like this the thing with Cody. Then yes, you're just waiting for that with him and Cody, just when he's gonna turn heel on Cody.
I think they rather make Braun Breaker the biggest heel on Raw and try it because they're at a point right now where. But now I'm thinking about it. LA Knight, if LA Knight joined that group, that would be so fantastic. I would honestly love that. I don't know why. Yes, I would love a solo LA Knight, but he would get more main event time if he's in that Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed group. But he's not that veteran yet. I feel like with those two, unless you are fully making Braun Breaker the leader, which is what it's looking like, because he was the first one to shoot at Seth.
Yeah.
Out of the three. What do you? I'm just nervous on now they have to push to Braun Breaker, and there's a chance he might not do great. His mic skills are good. They're not bad.
I'm not doubting Braun Breaker. The dude is great.
Yeah, no, he's great, but we both know there's a difference.
And he has a Heyman next to him.
Yeah, that's also it. That's also it.
And no matter who you book him with, as long as you book him with credible baby faces, he's going to be good.
I think they're planning on doing this by the end of the year. Like after War Games, they lost. They turned on Seth.
Nah, I think it was probably like after when Seth lost to Roman, because
at Mania, you're saying? Yeah,
that would have been the perfect time to make him turn, because now you lost to Roman. And remember Paul Heyman when he says, "I left Roman Reigns for you."
Yeah,
and that would have played into that story with him losing to Roman at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul's like, "Yeah, you're dead weight now." And then Braun spears him, and then Bronson does his thing, and then because I really think they were going to introduce the fourth member during this time period.
Or you keep putting Braun. I would say he doesn't win the title in 2025, and you keep him in the main event scene, but not winning the title, and have him maybe win the Rumble. You know,
you want him to win the Rumble?
I'd rather him win the Rumble than the title.
The Rumble, I don't think he's in the Rumble's in Saudi, and you know who is a big time hero in Saudi.
Yeah, I know Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn is winning that. I'm telling you now. And literally, it's the same thing they did with Jay when he won that IC title out of nowhere. Sami winning the US title out of nowhere, and this open challenge has been great on SmackDown.
Yeah, no, it has been. This is the first time since the Bloodline feud between him in the Bloodline and him not in the Bloodline, where I enjoyed Sami Zayn.
Yes,
it's been that long because he's been putting on bangers, and I'm one of those guys that's like Sammy Hogan. Sammy always wins, all this baloney. Like he always, it would really piss me off. But they figured out the best way to do it.
Yeah.
All right, how do we push Sami Zayn still, but the crowd enjoys it more?
Yeah.
Let's have him have consistent banger matches week after week, and it's working.
Yeah.
We could jump a little to Sami Zayn, and then we'll go into Crown Jewel. Who is going to dethrone Sami Zayn? I want to hear, who do you think is going to be his next opponent? Because it was Shinsuke.
Yeah, and that was a no DQ.
Yeah.
Because the MFTs.
Yeah, the MFT. I don't want the open challenge to end.
No, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think it's going to keep on going, but I think he's still going to have like a main feud. Because remember Cena, when his open challenges, he was still having feuds while he was doing those open challenges. I think Sammy's doing.
Maybe. I hope it goes off of maybe Obafemi versus Sammy, and then you have the MFTs. I would have rather Obafemi instead of Shinsuke. If you were putting the MFT, not the debut, but the return, basically.
Or Carmelo.
I wouldn't do Carmelo yet because he's feuding with The Miz.
But that's gonna.
And The Miz would. The Miz already didn't they have almost an open challenge, and The Miz came out
No, it was Carmelo.
No, that's segment. Oh, it was Carmelo.
Carmelo did have an open challenge match. He lost, and then he came again to get a
yes,
rematch.
yes, that's
and
what I
Miz,
meant.
and Miz turned on him.
That's what I'm saying. In that scenario, I feel like that's already its own feud, and he's already got it.
Yeah.
If you did Obafemi, you have Obafemi versus Sami Zayn, and you don't want Obafemi to lose. So how do you not have him lose? The MFTs come out, and it's a DQ match. They might do it again, and maybe have Obafemi beat up a lot of them, and then they come back and they jump him. Something in that scenario,
or somebody like Aleister Black.
Or Aleister Black.
Him and Zelina are together now.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I really like that. I was like,
do.
you're giving him something. And Zelina, to be honest, her best is when she's a manager.
Yeah, I agree. She's a good wrestler. No, she's not.
She's not. But sometimes your best suit is as a manager. And when the first time I seen Zelina Vega was when she was managing Andrade, and that's the best Andrade's ever looked when he was in NXT Black.
Yeah, I agree. No,
and now she's with Aleister, and which I really like that. Maybe could this possibly have a main event push for him? I don't know, but let's see.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably not. There's no shot he's getting that main event. All right, let's go to Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Things we like, things we didn't like.
First, we got to start off with the Cena AJ Styles match, dude. 5-star classic right there.
Is that a top? That's a top 5 this year, right?
That's the best match of the year.
I thank you. I don't want to jump into it yet in the water.
It's a literal love letter to professional wrestling.
Because and people will complain, and I get it, about the finishers and how they're overused and things like that. But at the same time, that's what you want.
Yeah.
If you're in the crowd and I see John Cena doing a tombstone, doing a choke slam, doing the RKO, I see Styles doing the paying homage to Shawn Michaels. Like, that's what we want.
It wasn't Shawn Michaels.
Huh?
It wasn't Shawn.
Who was that?
James Storm. Because the finishers you saw AJ Styles doing, it was to homage to.
I knew the other
TNA
one.
wrestlers.
The other one, yeah. But
and he was wearing TNA gear. Well, the guy he was playing homage to was. You could say Shawn Michaels too, but it's most likely James.
I was just going over because Michael Cole said Sweet Chin Music.
Because Michael Cole, he's not going to mention TNA finishers.
Yeah. I get it, but yeah, that was a absolute banger.
Yeah,
absolute banger.
And then even the beginning too, when they're doing announcements.
And there's 4 more dates.
Yeah,
I gotta look up these freaking ticket prices again. I don't
care. The next date is Boston, New York. At Madison Square Garden, Boston TD Garden, New York Madison Square Garden, Survivor Series War Games, and the Saturday night.
But we don't know if he's going to be in War Games.
No. He's going to be at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you think he's going to have a one-on-one match?
I don't know. Maybe I would do Dominic Mysterio.
That's how I was going to go. I could see him, Dom, though, in the Garden.
Yeah.
Instead, and not at War Games.
Probably.
Because Dom's been fighting a lot on Raw.
I think Cena just find his way in War Games just to like get that final revenge on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. That's what I think the route they might go into now. But it goes off of who is going to be on the other side now. If Seth is gone, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are automatically going to be in War Games. We're going to say Braun Breaker, which is probably the most likely third guy. We'll say that.
Braun Breaker?
Sorry, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
There's what, 2 more spots?
Yeah.
I don't know who that's going to be.
You're gonna,
we're going to find out, honestly, soon.
In the weeks to come. And I think on the babyface side is probably going to be the Usos, LA Knight, Punk, and then Cena.
Yeah. Or you have...
Because Roman is not coming back because he literally told them, I don't want to see you till Christmas.
Yeah, I know. But maybe they do put Roman.
Maybe.
Like, we don't... So War Games is a big PLE to WWE. And he was in it the last 2 times.
Yeah.
It's not like Roman's, freaking jumping off the steel cage or anything. He's not going to get that hurt. But I don't know. That's the biggest question mark right now to everyone, which is great because it's something new. And it sucks when guys get hurt.
Yeah.
But the positive of when guys get hurt is the storyline changes.
Yeah.
Because we both agreed it was getting a little stale.
Yeah.
And most WWE fans were also agreeing how it's been getting very stale. And I'm happy they did it because now we get something new. And it makes me, as much as I'm watching Raw all the time, or at least like highlights or stuff like that on socials, Now it makes me really be like, damn, I really want to watch Raw next week.
Yeah.
Because now I want to know what's going to happen. We'll go. Let's jump back to Crown Jewel. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed. It was a good match. We both thought Bronson Reed was going to win that match. They were going to find a way. I liked how they made it was Jey Uso spearing Roman. I love that actually, because now it's like the tension that's breaking. But now they have to figure out again. The Seth Rollins injury is a big thing now because how do you? I feel like the plan was Roman was going to skid away from them, and now is Roman now like? Are they going to try to push that a little later? Are they just going to have them butt heads in War Games? How is this going to work?
I think you would have to have them butt heads in War Games because the division needs a win. They need the win. They're the new faction. They're gonna need that legitimate win.
But the heel never wins at War Games too.
I'm not gonna say a lot. The first War Games, the Bloodline won.
Yeah, but the Bloodline was like the biggest freaking heel in the company.
Yeah, but the Bloodline won, and then the year after that, I think it was Cody's team that beat Judgment Day. And the year after that,
the new Bloodline lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that because it was the reuniting of the OG Bloodline and stuff like that. So I understand why they would lose.
Gosh, tickets went up
for MSG.
What was it? I thought it was like 180 or something before. We talked about it last week. I don't remember. It had to be in that range. Now the cheapest ticket is 240. Oh man. So God damn
which seats?
Huh?
Like the nosebleeds?
Oh yeah, nosebleeds.
Huh?
Yeah. Nosebleeds. But it's the Garden though. The Garden's so nice. Oh, you could sit. If you want to sit really close, it's only 1,200.
Yeah. You got 1,200 for me, man?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not, but
one of my boys is going there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, we should go.
Yeah, but those tickets prices is insane. I already got to see John Cena, so I'm good.
Yeah, I haven't. I wasn't here. I was in Charleston for the summer. I was so pissed. I wanted to come back and go to MetLife. MetLife was a banger. But Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. We both thought Seth was going to win.
Yes.
I'm happy that he wasn't interfered and that he figured out a way to win, which was sick.
It was a good match too.
Yeah, it was a great match. And it sucks that Rollins got hurt, but again,
doing a move that he never does.
Yeah.
The coast to coast headbutt. I'm like,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's how he got hurt, right?
Yeah. His shoulder. He hurt his shoulder doing that. I was like, oh, come on, dude.
Again, the architect, man. He doesn't care. He's so good. No, yeah. I really like that. But now, talked about Seth, the other champ, or the champ on Raw. What's now swimming in Cody Rhodes' lane?
Obviously, that's probably down the line with Randy. I think right now the plan is I've seen is that they're probably going to pivot to either Jacob or Drew because Jacob and Drew.
I did see Jacob has maybe make it a triple threat.
Yeah, that would be fun too.
Triple threat at War Games,
and even me
Saturday night main event.
To be honest, I would have Drew take the title off Cody and before Mania.
Oh yeah, that's in a perfect world, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. And Cody's filming Street Fighter.
No, he stopped. He finished.
He finished?
Yeah,
okay.
he finished.
I was about to say, man. I was like, if he's still filming Street Fighter and he's champ, like, what are we doing here?
That's why you didn't see him from that build-up from SummerSlam to WrestlePalooza. He was filming.
Yeah, but I like Jacob Fatu a lot.
Yeah,
I think that they haven't pushed him enough lately. TV time, but there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, and there's a lot of things. Even me, I rather you keep him on the shelf than just put him there, just doing it. God, anything.
But let's do a triple threat with Cody,
Drew, yeah,
and Jacob.
Yeah, and I could also help Drew if he's about to get the win, and then Cody steals it from him. And they have that definitive match again where Drew finally beats Cody due to interference from Randy, and that builds up that personal rivalry with because I'm sorry, I don't want to head into another Mania with Cody as champion.
It's probably gonna happen though.
Yeah, but I rather have a grudge feud with those two, just without the title, just personal animosity.
Cody's definitely going to be fighting for the title.
Yeah,
as much as we both don't want it. It's like I don't like Cody Rhodes. I just don't like that he's been getting pushed so much compared to. I miss the old WWE, and it's different because it's more of a marketing now, where they would, especially
Which old WWE? Which
like
era?
I'm talking like the attitude of like from 05 to
You
like
mean Ruthless Aggression?
Ruthless Aggression from 05 to 2010 when it was like everyone was winning.
Because
they didn't have a staple guy.
Yeah,
Until Cena.
And until Cena, and after that 2010, even that 2010, like probably like 2009, that's when it started becoming more PG.
Yeah.
And that's when the product started to really like suffer and they started to lose fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then John Cena was just that constant
throw in my face.
Throw in my face. And then after that, you had Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Roman.
Oh my God. But is that not getting into the Cody?
Yeah, and that's gonna be the backfire with them and I hope Cody, when he starts getting those boos consistently, he finally turns heel.
Yeah,
and he doesn't wait because just the same problem he had in AEW.
Mm-hmm. When he got pushed out of the building.
Yeah, but the problem with AEW is that the fans there's a different type of fans. Cody fits the WWE mold. He didn't fit the AEW mold.
AEW is more of a more ruthless type of
ruthless. It doesn't like that cookie cutter babyface stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people were begging him to turn heel. You can they're telling him you can still do this character, but be a heel. Don't be a babyface. We're not here for a speech, rah speech, and you crying in our faces about your dad. Nobody cares in AEW. We want to see you put on 5-star matches and risk your life and just do a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree. I wanted to ask you this because there's still plenty of time. Do you think there's going to be another return or debut in WWE? I saw there was a lot of Edge chants at the post game.
He's still signed with AEW.
I saw there was a lot of Tommy Invincible chants.
Yeah.
You know, he lifts at LA Fitness over here.
Yeah.
I've seen him a good amount of times.
Literally, my friend was telling me his brother works out with him.
Yeah. Do you think he maybe gets a little NXT they sign him, give him a little push?
Yeah, maybe Andrew Schultz mentioned him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
maybe podcast.
Maybe. But who do you think return coming into? Is there still a chance? Anyone coming? Or you think they're done and they're gonna wait?
Break the walls down.
Yeah.
Break down the walls.
Chris Jericho. Oh my God.
I think that's a chance because literally when I work at NBC.
Yeah.
Literally, telling you one of my boys, he's literally a producer in WWE, and he was telling me that, like, the Chris Jericho, there's traction to it.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me outright because I could tell he didn't want to ruin it for me. But he says, just know where there's smoke, there's fire. And so the Chris Jericho thing is
Jericho like in the shape?
Just one final run.
Yeah.
You can just give
it to him.
Give him that one final run.
I saw he didn't care about. I think he was saying it on a podcast that he didn't really care about the WWE Hall of Fame so much, which I think is a little full of crap because it's a big thing.
Yeah.
As much as I don't know,
it's really more about a politicking thing.
I agree. That is what it is, and it's like they choose if you're a Hall of Famer or not. Like we all know Chris Jericho is a Hall of Famer. He's fantastic. He's one of the best in ring guys.
It's not a legitimate Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
it's not like any other sport.
It's not like the NBA
or NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not like it's a committee that says, "Hey, we look at these names and look at their accolades and see."
Yeah, it's like Triple H is like, right, you're in the Hall of Fame.
You're in the Hall of Fame. Just like Vince before that, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I get it. So yeah, you think Chris Jericho?
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone. I don't think Dean Ambrose is coming back.
He's never coming back.
I don't think never. No, you can't say never.
No, AEW, he's going to die there.
I don't think so.
No, because
money is money, dude. But you see all these guys.
But the problem is with Dean, he's loyal to AEW, and he has bad blood with WWE because the way they left things.
I agree, but I can never. And you can't say that after Punk came back.
But
after AJ Lee came back, these people who got treated way worse than Dean Ambrose. Punk got cut on his wedding day.
Yeah.
And they found a way. It's not like Vince is here.
But the problem is John Moxley to AEW is John Cena to WWE.
I agree.
John Moxley is literally the face of that place.
I know that.
And John Moxley made his name there.
I know. But it's between money.
It's like saying is Kenny Omega ever coming to WWE?
But I think Kenny Omega is different because Kenny Omega wasn't in WWE like that. Compared to Dean Ambrose, who was a big guy in WWE. He was a top 10 guy in WWE at the time. And it's not like the fans would want him. Every single person in WWE would want Dean Ambrose to come back. Every single it changes the story.
The only time he's ever gonna come back is probably when they induct the Shield into the Hall of Fame. That's the only time I ever see him coming back to WWE because he's probably and Tony Khan's gonna throw money at him. WWE they're gonna give you the certain amount of money that they think they can give you.
Dude.
But Tony Khan will double it just to keep him.
I agree, he will. But it's not like WWE don't got that, especially now, man. You know how much money they got from Saudi?
Of course.
They got so much money from Netflix. They got all this money. I bet you this is a plan. They probably wanted, I know Edge's contract is, what is it, like 6-8 months left? Is it not?
Yeah,
it's around that range.
He says he's gonna retire at AEW in AEW.
I know, but I think that he really I think if Cena was still here during the retirement tour of Edge's contract ending, it would be a different story.
It would have been. We would have got to see an Edge match.
Yeah,
like that's a no-brainer.
Which you still don't know. Like as much as if Edge ever wants to, I'm pretty sure he probably could cut his contract if he wanted to.
But then Tony Khan's going to put a non-compete clause on his
probably,
contract.
but yeah, he definitely will.
Because Tony Khan's not going to let Edge leave for free.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I think that's like the biggest thing right now. I am still liking the AEW WWE beef they have, even though WWE hasn't been acknowledging them as much as they used to. And I think even AEW kind of changed that too. AEW would mention WWE all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Now they don't because AEW has gotten a little better. It's not like it hasn't fallen off. Who do you think from AEW would come besides Chris Jericho? Because he's not with AEW anymore. Who would be making that switch to WWE?
MJF.
Yeah. But is MJF not the similar scenario of Dean Ambrose?
Because MJF, he's a different type of guy.
He's younger.
He's younger. And if he feels like he's done everything there, he's the type to leave. Because MJF is signed until like 2028. So by then he's gonna have been done everything, and he's gonna be semi-young.
I'm gonna look up his contract while we talk.
He's gonna be semi-young. So then he's gonna be like, I've done everything here. And as some guys do that, be like, I have done everything here. I want to test myself in a different area. And they're gonna be that's what guys back then in the territories. I've done everything, I've milked everything I could here. Now I'm gonna go to the next place and try to make myself a name.
I agree. And I hopefully it happens sooner than later. I hope his contract's not till 2028. Has not been publicly confirmed. It's believed a multi-year contract. This was in 2024. He re-signed a new contract, and it was a multi-year, but it hasn't been named public.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it's at right now. And I want to see Edge's as well. And it stinks because we all want Edge to come back. Even Edge, I think, would want to come back. But Edge has got another year.
But he left for a reason. Because
he left because he wasn't in any storylines.
Yeah, and
nothing.
They didn't have anything for him.
And I think that him going back, he would just do it for the rivalry.
Yeah, just for the Cena thing, and that's it. And then what else is there for him to do?
Well, maybe then he does Orton and then retires.
Orton, I've seen that.
I know we've seen it before, but it's like,
but I rather like even me when he jumped to AEW, I was like, this is great. I'm like, we can get him and Christian feuding, and then get that potential tag team reuniting, because we were not gonna get Christian in WWE, because that's the one thing I wanted to see with Edge during when he came back. Him and Christian come back together and then possibly do a feud. And they did that already.
Yeah.
And I also want to see Edge and MJF.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's also someone else who I would really like for to come back. It just sucks because when they bring the AW guys, when they bring guys that were in AW or that was in WWE and AW,
Yeah, Andrade.
like they don't do a great job with it, which stinks.
There's only two guys, actually three people that's been successful since
Cody Punk,
Jade Cargill, Ricky Starks,
Jade Cargill,
Ethan Page. But are we talking about NXT or no?
What do you mean?
NXT
Yeah, no,
guys.
NXT counts.
Ethan
Page, but those guys are young.
Huh.
Someone else, and I said this last year when we talked, or 8 months ago, whenever it was. Samoa Joe. I would love if Samoa Joe came back.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to happen, but that is another person that I would dream of if Samoa Joe came back. He's just one of my favorite guys. I think he's one of the most underrated performers on the mic.
Yes.
Great wrestler. Obviously, he's
one of the things that I will always say, why did you not do Samoa Joe and John Cena when you had them together? And they trained together. They literally came up together in the same wrestling school. They were trained together. There's literally pictures of them in '99 training in the same gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy.
But they never did that.
And Joe is good on the mic. And imagine him and Cena going back and forth.
He could handle John Cena.
Yeah.
I think he could easily. He's like, you don't have to have it. Cena did more of what Cody Rhodes, where he was a little. He could have killed Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe could easily handle. All right.
But since we're talking about AEW, I'll give my tag team and women.
Okay.
Women, I think obviously Mercedes Moné.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish Toni Storm would bring that timeless Toni Storm character to WWE. I think they would do wonders with
Yeah, especially in the tag team division. It's pretty open right now.
And
at least on Raw.
Yeah. No, but for the tag teams, the Guns.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn's sons, I think they're great. And they would fit WWE so much.
Mm-hmm.
I love those guys. Maybe FTR, because I don't think I'm sorry, AEW has wasted them and their talent, and I think they should go back to WWE if there's a way. But yeah, so Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, the Guns, and FTR.
Yeah, no, the Guns I think would do numbers, especially because of the history that the father had with WWE. I don't know if Mercedes would come back.
How about WWE to AEW?
Who do I think? I wouldn't be shocked. I think honestly he got injured, which was good. I wouldn't be shocked if Chad Gable went to AEW.
Nah,
because he doesn't get the time that he deserves. Him and Otis had a fantastic feud, and they took so long on that. And then he was doing great. It
didn't take so long. Is that when they pulled the trigger, they didn't capitalize on the momentum with Otis? Because remember, Otis finally went away with it. After that, they just went away from it.
Yeah, but that's on WWE.
Yeah, so it's like that's their fault, and it's like you could have made another guy with Otis, and he was getting over. It's basically the same story. That's why
Chad just resigned, right? He did.
Yeah. That's why I'm praying they don't do this with Kyrie and Asuka, because Kyrie, when she finally like goes up,
I think more of Kyrie would do than Asuka. I feel like Asuka's on a decline, and Kyrie's on a
well, that's how it's supposed to be, because eventually when Kyrie breaks out, is gonna get that massive pop, and then people are gonna get behind her.
Yeah, no, I agree,
because Asuka's time has been past.
What do you think? WWE to
AEW. For the women,
either.
For the men, I think probably Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah,
because I think
I agree with that.
AEW would be great for him because he can go back to New Japan as well, because New Japan and AEW have that working partnership, and that man is basically a god over there in New Japan. That's where he first rose to stardom with his matches with AJ Styles and him and Hiroshi Tanahashi and all those things, and Okada. Well, and then for women, probably who's a woman that's not being used on WWE programming? Natalya. Oh, you laughed.
Who cares about Natalya?
Oh my God, she's a heart, bro. That's why sometimes Natalya, she's so good in the ring, and if you actually give her time, she is great.
I mean, I could see her going to AEW,
and she could put on good matches. She can win the Owen Hart Cup. in honor of her uncle. Have a run in AEW. That's why I'd be like, that's why I always say, Natalya, please leave and go to the Indies, because in the Indies, she puts on this character which gets over way more better with fans. When she was in Bloodsport, it got over with fans.
I know that.
When she was in Mexico, it got over with fans. But when she came to WWE, Triple H is just like, nah.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like you can't. She was big back in the day in WWE,
but that's been in the beginning. But
I know
she can be that type of like what Brett was when he turned heel. When he was like that guy, that cocky heel who can out wrestle you, can beat you up in the ring. That's what you need to do with Natalya, but they don't want to use her. That's why I'm just like, Natalya, just leave and prove your worth. If you want to come back to WWE, become a trainer. I don't care, but first, sink your teeth in and see what's out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and probably for a tag team, who's not being used in WWE, probably say DIY.
Yeah, I don't think DIY is not being used. Like they just had the title.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not being used.
But the problem is like they're not gonna get any over than they are right now.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get any staler than they're just gonna become staler. Because I'm sorry, they're not connecting the way they did in NXT as a tag team. Because people have done people already seen what you have done. So it's just like, to be honest, it's like it's time for DIY to just go somewhere else. Probably AEW, because you can put on those kind of matches there.
No, they would put bangers.
Yeah,
they put up bangers, and
and AEW's tag team division needs that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. We could jump into the tag team real quick. What are they doing with
the Raw?
Raw is abysmal with their freaking
SmackDown.
SmackDown's fantastic.
I have no problems.
It's literally the opposite. Raw's trash on tag team, but SmackDown's fantastic. And on SmackDown, what are they doing with these Street Profits? I really thought
they're gonna turn it. You just gotta wait.
I know
they're gonna turn them.
I thought it was gonna be. Well, they were turned heel at one point. They were like a couple months ago.
They were heels, but then they turned them back.
Yeah,
because the crowd was
but cheering. Why can't we just get the single pushes from both of them?
We'll see.
That's what I thought was going to happen after with the Wyatts and everything like that in that feud. It still might happen.
Yeah, because they just lost, but maybe these upcoming weeks we get to see like that little turn. But who you think turns heel? Montez
should be Montez.
Agreed.
Even though Montez would be a great face too, I think Dawkins would honestly succeed more as a heel than a face.
Which one, Montez or Angelo?
Angelo.
Okay, as a heel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Montez, I think, would be good either way you do it.
Yeah.
And we both agree Montez would probably be better than Dawkins in the singles era. It's not just a Dawkins. He's Angelo. He's great.
Okay. To be honest, sometimes people, it's okay to be a Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
It just happens, dude.
Yeah, no, I hope they finally do something like that. We got a few minutes left. We got how much time we got? We got 7 minutes left.
Well, speaking with the tag teams, I think Triple H and the booking committee, I think they just like trolling us with this Raw tag team division and their titles, because they know people are complaining about the Raw tag team division, the titles not being defended, and they constantly don't defend them.
I know.
Ever.
And then if they do, there's some type of interference.
When they had it, Finn and JD are the tag. They barely defended. Before that, the New Day had it, barely defended. And then before that, JD and
Finn Balor, man, that guy needs to push.
That's another guy I meant to say was
go to AEW.
Yes, or go to New Japan, something. Just because it's like there's nothing left for him to do here.
Well, there is. They just don't do it.
The Dominic Mysterio thing. I'm like, do you believe he can win a world title?
Yes, I think. Well, here's the thing. If you could win the title, going off in our eyes, you have to be great on the mic, which he is. You have to be great in ring, which he is. You have to have the fans with you, which he does. Those are the big three things. The problem is he's not as young as he was, so WWE just doesn't see it and putting him in that spot. He can easily handle it. He could easily do it, but he's at a point similar to Edge, not as much, to where, all right, we're going to have you in this tag team, you with JD. You're going to really mentor JD because we really like him, and you'll win it, and then you'll lose. You'll never defend it. Have that heel motive. He was a big storyline when the Judgment in Prime Judgment Day. They were a big storyline in
Of
WWE.
course.
And it's slowed down now between Liv being gone, Damian Priest, and Rhea not in the group.
And I remember in the when he feuded with Edge.
Yes.
And then he ended up feuding with Seth for the title. And I thought Finn might win it at one point with him and Seth as a way to rewrite history.
Oh, he should have. That was ridiculous. That made me so sad when Finn did not win that. He put on one of his best promos ever.
Yes.
And no one in the crowd cared because where were they? They were in France. They were somewhere. They weren't in America, and they were just doing all the chants, which I love, but they weren't listening to his promo. He gave one of the best promos ever. Or I think it was just somewhere where they were just singing Rollins' theme the whole time.
Yeah.
And because Rollins was very over. And they just didn't pull the trigger, which sucks. And I don't know if they'll ever get back to that with Finn Balor. Yeah. He should, because he's been getting a lot. But every match, he's been getting a lot more pop in the past few months. And even when he was on NXT, they gave a little taste.
Oh, yeah. They put back his old theme.
Yes, which everyone loved.
Yeah.
Make him face, give him back the old theme, shave that beard.
Would you kick him out of Judgment Day?
Yeah.
And then okay.
And fully make Dom the leader.
Yeah.
Dom will never be face, even though he is getting the cheers. He'll never be face.
Because the way he is.
He's like Logan Paul on the heel ability.
No, but Logan, he will never get cheered.
Well, yeah, what I'm going off of just that being a fantastic heel.
Okay.
That's what I'm going off of. No one will ever, like, them two are great at always being a heel.
Yeah.
It's something that's very hard to do, but they'll always be. When is Logan coming back?
He's a part-timer, dude. He's a special attraction.
Rumble?
Yeah, during the Rumble.
This is going to be the Rumble. I wish, and this is something they did in 2011, and it wasn't that great, but you could do it now. They should make it a 40-man. Why? They're so deep. But why? What's the negative besides it being longer? You get 10 more spots, and we've talked about this before. You could argue potential-wise, ring-wise. Huh?
You gonna do it for the women too?
The women's different, but there's a lot of NXT women that are really good.
I'm sorry, I'm not putting 10 NXT women. Some of them they don't got, to be honest, in my eyes, they don't got 10 NXT women already.
No, but they got 5.
You can put them in 5 and out of the 30.
But you could do return. I'm saying, at least on the men's side, whatever. Obviously, they would have to do it both 40-40. And I think you can get away with it with the women if you just throw in some more returns, you sign another person, whatever. But the men's roster is as deep as it's ever been in WWE between talent, just talent in ring wise. Not if Mike's, but ring wise, you could get 10 more guys in the men's. If you really wanted to, you could do 50. Yeah, how deep it is.
My gripe with that is just like it just makes it too long, and then it's gonna be in Saudi this upcoming, and Saudi doesn't respond well to women's matches. So,
well, no matter what, they're not gonna, whatever it is, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna respond to whatever it is. It could be a 20, it could be a 30, it could be whatever. You have the biggest surprise ever. AJ Lee could have returned. That's probably why they didn't have AJ Lee return at the Rumble.
Yeah,
because they just knew it wasn't going to be as big as a pop. But you could, how deep it is right now, you could get 3 more guys that are on the roster, on the main roster. You get 3 more guys on NXT, and you could throw in some returns easily. You could do that because like a guy like the reason why I'm saying this, a guy like Logan Paul, who's probably going to return in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we know that's always going to happen. And that's a spot, not like he doesn't deserve it, but that's a spot that's going to be taken. Like right now, if everyone's healthy, we could probably name at least 25 people that are going to be in the Rumble right now.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The whole point of Rumbles is the shock.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Edge came back, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Both times. When every time he came back, it was great. that shot, they're so deep where it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to give young guys like Trick Williams should have been in the Rumble last year.
Yeah, but
But he couldn't
I
because there's just no spots.
Yeah, and I think that's great, and that means your talent is deep, and I really think. But there's certain people that should not be in the Rumble. I wouldn't care for to be in the Rumble. I think your top 30 should be people that have a legitimate shot to win the Rumble, or people characters that people care about.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And do you think there's 40 people on the roster that everybody cares about? No, because in that 40, you're gonna put Tozawa in there. I'm just like, dude,
you don't have to. You can get 40 people, not put Tozawa. I know we're wrapping up right now.
Yeah,
but let's go off of anyone who's not the champ right now or main champ. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew, Orton, LA Knight,
Jey Uso,
Jimmy Uso,
Jacob Fatu.
Keep it going.
Solo
Sikoa. Probably Tama. Which one of the Longas? Whatever. One of those.
I'd rather prefer Tama Tonga. Don't put Tonga low.
Yeah. I also put Tama Tonga. That's 10.
Okay.
And there's still so many more. There's still 30 more without naming Tozawa.
Gunther.
Where's he been? Gunther.
Dominic
Mysterio. Finn Balor. JD. Damian Priest. Aleister Black.
Okay. Chad Gable. That's 17.
There's still, we didn't name anyone on NXT yet.
Not yet.
And let's not even do that yet. There's still more.
Grayson Waller.
Even Grayson Waller. Montez Ford.
You could put the New Day in there.
Both of the New Days are one of them.
Austin Theory.
There's guys.
Okay.
I'm not even like thinking that hard into it.
That's 21 so far.
But there's more. Shinsuke. Say Shinsuke's there.
Okay.
Shinsuke. We didn't say Sami Zayn.
23.
I'm going to keep going now.
Okay. And remember that you can't put world champions in there.
No. All right. Well, in that case, then we're going to put
Logan Paul.
Then put more guys in the MFT if you're pushing them right now.
Nah, they're not going to be in there.
Yes, they will. Who's the massive one? He would be in there.
Nah.
Yes, it's a Rumble.
Probably, if you want to have the big man spot, probably Omos returns in the Rumble when they always do that every single year. And then
they could make it work, is what I'm saying.
And then you put like possible call-ups that you put Trick Williams, Obafemi.
Yeah. Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Ethan Page.
Ray Phoenix, Penta.
Ricky Saints. Like that's just to name. Like I'm telling you, if you go more in depth, we go more in depth. But all right. That's good.
Yep.
We're going to be here next week. We'll be recapping Raw, SmackDown, another week into, then it'll be Saturday night's main event. Thank you guys for watching on WIUR. This is Cherno. I'm Steven. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
See you guys
on 3:30. We'll be there.